All right, everybody. Welcome to Late Night Gun Chat. I hope y'all are doing well. Sorry, kind of in the corner here since my window's right next to me here, and it's pretty light outside now. It's not dark at 4:30 in the afternoon anymore. So that's always a happy. Let's see. I got Slav Guns, Dan O'Neill, Chris, Grizzly Crazy, Mr. FMH. Make sure you go subscribe to Slav Guns. Got a good little channel. What's up, Gun Nation? Yep. What's up, Grizzly Crazy? Looks like Polar Bear is coming in for a snack. Yeah, there we go. Gun Nation, good evening. 67 Rebel SST AMC. Brownies for my fat with the new emoji. There you go. We got Scott Leeper, Adam Hymas, Big Johnson Guns and Gear. Now, he's the one you should be saying hello, Gun Nation, to, Mr. FNH. All right. Oh, you said what up, Gun Nation. There you go. Okay, well, there you go. Is that a good, pretty good impression? Is that a pretty good impression? Hello, Gun Nation. What do you guys think? Yeah. All right, it's pretty good. He had a great video today, so make sure you go subscribe to Big Johnson's Guns and Gear. All right. Yeah, I got Mr. Inappropriate waiting in the chat here. So it's a G-rated. It was G-rated till Mr. FNH was in here. Yeah, sub to Mr. FNH too. He's got a few good videos. So emoji, you mean profile pic? Yeah, that's what I mean. Close. I'm just not like as cool as you, Big J. I'm just not. I can't do that. I don't have a CZ shadow and I don't customize guns. Yeah. Let's see. Edit name. Yeah. Sorry if you hear the baby in the background. All right. All right. Pat, real man of genius is here. Mr. Tactical Lever Action Guy himself. I had to change his name because he had an inappropriate name. And it's supposed to be G-rated, except for Mr. FNH already ruined the G-rated and gave us the PG-13, but whatever. So I had to change Pat's name. So Zigzag Ground Zero, what's up? Let's see who else we got in the chat. Mr. Big Kid has a great channel. Make sure you go subscribe to him. Yeah, he has really good high-quality videos. I'm surprised the Gun Collective hadn't shared him yet. He's gotten really big after that share. His intro is just like phenomenally professional. I'm jealous. So, yeah. Have you watched his stuff yet, Pat?
Yeah, I've been watching a little bit of it.
Yeah. So that's that. Greetings, Chuck and Pat. Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Chris. So it's just late night chat. What do you guys want to talk about? That's all it is, guys. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys want to ask questions about? All that jazz. Yep, that's all we do here. Yeah, CZ Shadow, FTW. Yeah, that sounds sweet. Yeah, and the only CZ I own is that 22 bolt action. Then, so anyway, what's going on with you, Pat? And then you're freezing on my screen here. All right, I just got a warranty on my SC6, excellent company. Also got my Harman's Gorilla after review. Not good at it. I'm not sure what a Holtzman Gorilla or an SC6 is. So, you know what an SC6 is?
I think an SA is a knife, ESSE.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. See, I'm still waited on the P365 XL. I ordered FFL dealers taking his sweet arse time. Yeah. I would love to have a CZ97B in 45. I almost had one, but the guy wouldn't trade. So I don't know. I had a Howa 223 with a nice scope and everything on a bull barrel. But the guy wouldn't trade. But the guy traded me a 1911. So I had a 1911 until I sold it when I got up here. Didn't need it. Didn't want it. Slow, not accurate with hard cast ammo. Only ran Wilson Max.
I need to trade you my Master Blaster 59,000.
Yeah. Sounds like a Super Soaker gun.
No. What it is, I was going through scrap. I'll scrap, scrap metal on when it's convenient. And I found a 20 gauge barrel. And so I decided to chuck that thing into a vise and then screw it to a 4-foot 4x4 post. And so now it has this multi-position, multi-aiming. It's pretty dang cool. It's the best $10 I've ever spent.
There you go.
Yep.
Oh yeah, P365X. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yep. CZ Life. Yep. Yeah. So their handguns, I just don't like the grip on their handguns. Like every time I go into the store, they got the medium grip on the back of it, and it's like I just don't like the grip on most of their handguns. I mean, like the Shadow 2 is nice, but I'm not spending $1,800 on a Shadow 9mm. I'm gonna spend $1,800 on a CZ. It's gonna be a nice custom 10mm, and that's the way I see it. I just don't like the grips on the back of them. They just don't fit my hand well. They're kind of like a Canic. Good guns, just don't fit my hand well, But if you take out the medium grip, put in the small grip, I'm sure it would do fine in my little girl hands. So, that's just the way I see it. So, all right.
When I grab a CZ, I feel like they've literally just taken Play-Doh and just squished it. And that's what they made the gun feel like. That's what it feels like to me. Like if you were to grab Play-Doh and make it fit your hand, that's what a CZ feels like to me.
Yep. That's what the Beretta APX feels like to me. Feels great. And it's got the medium grip on there. I can't. In fact, I don't even like the small grip on it. It feels so good. But I shoot my Glocks better than this. It's like my Glocks are more accurate than this Beretta. For me, not saying that there's something about the trigger's better, the grip is better, the slide serrations are all the way across. They're ugly. The gun's uglier than a Glock, which has got to be a positive thing, But is what it is. So yeah. So I like CZs. They're good guns. They just don't fit me unless you're buying like a high-end CZ doing something, So Mr. Big Kid, that explains a lot. I always wondered. There you go. So Big Johnson is correcting me. Shadow 2 is 1,200. TSO 1,600. Yeah, there were a lot more than that in my local shop. Maybe CZ costs a lot to import to Alaska. I don't know. So yeah. So all right. A lot of people they shake your hand back. There you go. Dude.
That's the way I feel about a CZ. I just grab them, and it's just like you grab something that just forms to your hand.
I've heard that they cannot handle plus B plus. It's not like the owner manual says you shouldn't, but they literally can't handle it. So am I wrong on that? Like at least the P10C. So
no, I haven't shot plus B plus. When I'm not a big 9mm guy. I just shoot them because I like the CZ. More or less, I wouldn't shoot 9mm if it weren't for my CZs.
There you go. Don't buy guns no more since ammo problem. I got a shotgun, G20, G19, and a Ruger MK3, so I'm set. There you go. It sounds like you need a hunting rifle. Didn't you get a 270 Tika or something, Darth Yogi, a few weeks ago? You're looking at it? Yeah, do something. You need a hunting rifle. You need a long rifle. Because you got short range guns there only. No AR-15. Yeah, which I know you can't have. You're in California. He's in California. He's in the Caliban. Sorry, my friend. Most of my guns are 45 ACP, 10mm, and 9mm. There you go. 10 9mm. Wow. Grizzly Casey's got more guns than anybody I know. He always lists in every chat. And, like, if things ever go south, you're welcome at my place, Grizzly Crazy. I'm just saying. I thought I had too many guns, which, I'm sorry, Lord, that's blasphemy. I thought I had a lot of guns, but, he's that, so. Play-Doh delicious. Yep. CZ grips are the best. Yep, just don't fit my hand. Pro Carry Trucker, what's up? All right, what do you think between 450 Bushmaster and 458 SOCOM for Brown Bear? I guess availability and price matters too. 50 Beowulf could work too. You're gonna find on the shelf for ammo, you're gonna find more hard cast and extreme penetrator type stuff in 458 SOCOM during normal times in Alaska. So that's what I got to say about that. During normal times in Alaska, you're gonna find more 458 SOCOM on the shelf that is for bear, like your hard cast and your extreme penetrators and your all copper and your bonded full metal jackets, the flat nose type bullets. That's what you're gonna see. So I would go with that. But if you have all of them available, then probably 450 Bushmaster. The components are probably easier to get as far as brass and stuff. It doesn't really matter between those three. Get a high quality one. Don't get like Radical Firearms. So they don't like who leave the M4 feed ramp there. Is that an extreme penetrator or extreme defender? It looks more like a defender bullet.
Penetrator, 450 Bushmaster.
There you go.
I just thought it appropriate to bring those out.
That would be an appropriate time.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just saying, here on the shelf in Alaska, who makes those?
Well, this one's by Black Butterfly.
See, not on the shelf here in Alaska. I've heard of their ammo before,
but on my shelf here in Tennessee.
Yeah, well, you don't have import and export laws to get into Tennessee. So
yeah, they're 4 hours away from me, so
you have your 10-cent stamp on your box of ammunition, though.
Well, no, this was direct.
Okay,
so
cool.
I don't have the 10-cent, but yeah, I just figured it appropriate to bring those out.
Yeah, I agree. All right, Mr. FNH, any funny Chooks adventures you can share? Chook hasn't really had any funny adventures that we haven't published together that I can really talk about. I mean, I guess he's, I don't know. I mean, he came out and shot with us the other day. My cameraman, Jason, is the first time shooting with him. And I told him Chook was a bad shot, but the whole ride home, Jason was just like, I wanted to get video of just Jason riding him, and Jason wouldn't let me. But it was like, just how does Chook hit anything in the woods? And how is he ever going to defend himself from a brown bear? And because he shot the 480 Ruger at my steel target, and like the 10-inch steel target, he's like 7 yards away, and he missed 3 out of 6 times on double action. It's like trying to fire fast. And
maybe he was just having a bad day.
Well, yeah, but the problem is it's a bad day every day he goes. The worst though was he wanted to shoot my Jason's 375 Ruger, and because I told him 375 Ruger is really a better caliber than 338 Win Mag. It kicks a whole lot less for the same amount of power, right? It's not light kicking by any means, but it kicks a whole lot less. It's tolerable without a muzzle brake and without that stuff. Like if I could, I would trade my 338 Win Mag right now for a 375 Ruger. Not a question. I want to keep the 338 Win Mag for the channel. I love the gun. But even with a muzzle brake and a recoil pad, you shoot the heavy 250s, you're going to feel it in 13, 14 shots. You shoot 225s or 210s, 185s, yeah, you may not feel it. Yeah, you might be all right. But the heavy 250s in the Ruger, you shoot them all day. 375 Ruger. So anyway, he grabs Jason's 375 Ruger, same distance, like 7 yards away, misses with a rifle and a scope on it. And didn't think about aiming a little high. He's aiming a little low. And here's the thing. The scope's a 1 to 4. It was on 1 power with the red dot clicked up on in the middle. It's a Vortex Strike Eagle or whatever, right? Or 1 to 6 or whatever it is. Yeah.
Be a 1 to 6.
Yeah. Which is really nice when you're shooting over the chronograph because you can actually turn it down to 1 power and look at the barrel being directly over the chronograph. So it's like, yeah, like I might put 1 to 8s on all my guns, you know. So do you think about
I've
triple
got
op buck for bear?
right on 1 to 8 right there that I really like.
Yeah, I got one of those downstairs. It's just not on the gun yet. So, like, I plan on sending my barrel off or getting it fluted locally, one of the two, before I put a scope on that rifle because I want a lighter weight barrel. And I was going to buy a lighter weight barrel, but I've already shot the ammunition to break this one in, and it's shooting with iron sights 1.25 inches at 100 yards. You can't with iron sights 1.25 inches at 100 yards. You can't beat that. So flute that barrel, make it light, make it a little bit more rigid because the fluting helps the rigidity a little bit, and it'll help the heat dissipation by increasing the surface area. And they'll take a good pound and a half off that barrel. And then now, instead of a 10.5 pound gun without a scope, I'll have a 10.5 pound gun with a scope, you know? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So did you get the X3 Tactics? I can't handle it, but that's the X3 right
The one
on.
I got is about $360. I forgot what it is, to be honest with you, but it's a 1 to 8 or 1 to 6 or something like that. Yeah, it's 1 to 8. Yeah.
Well, if it's about 360, that's about right. But
Yeah.
that one right there, I dig it.
Yeah. It's pretty nice. So, what do you think about triple op buck for bear? I say slugs only. I know there are a lot of people say buckshot first to make sure you get a hit on them. The problem is you're at such close distances that the buckshot's going to hit and scatter inside the bear instead of penetrate to the vitals like you need. All right. If you hit them right in the nose, not a problem. If you hit them in the body or shoulder, then you have a problem. So that's that. Grip on Glocks and shoot them well. I feel the same with the Glock as Pat RMG does with the CZ. There you go. Yep. There you go. I think Glocks have a horrible grip, but I shoot them better than the guns that feel better. I shoot my Glock 19 better than my Beretta. I shoot my Glock, my wife's new Glock 34 better than Smith & Wesson. Well, no, not yet. But anyway, about the same. So it is what it is. Oh, my son shot 9mm +2+ out of his CZ75 Cold War. Now that wasn't I was talking. The 75 should handle +2+. I was talking specifically about the P10C. So, I even shot it in mine. I've even shot 9mm Major out of my TSO just to try it. 9mm is the best millimeter. That is not true. 7mm Remington Magnum is. 10mm is the best millimeter, and 17 or second best millimeter, and 7mm Remington Magnum is the best. I have 46 guns. Okay, well there you go. You have more than me. I'm sitting at about 26. I have one gun. The rest are rifles. One is for fun. The others are for shooting. Yep. Grizzly would need a train to transport his guns. That's true. He'd need to train. All right. Let's see. No such thing as too many guns. Yes, I know. I spoke blasphemy earlier. Good to know. A bunch of friends of mine and I are planning on moving to Alaska. I want to go there in the next 7 years or so. Oh, good luck. Hopefully the oil industry isn't killed and they actually have jobs here. So I wanted to get a 270 Tika, but you were adamant about length of pull, so I started looking for a Mossberg made in 1987 model 1500. I'll go with 308 or 270. Just can't find them. Yeah. Well, I mean, length of pull is a personal thing too. So if you put it up to your shoulder and you like it, get it. Like I have a 270 Tika, but I have the wood stock version, not the synthetic stock version, which has a higher length of pull and a little bit better rise and comb. I have not got it to group yet. So the one thing I've noticed the same problem with it that I have in my Browning is that the chamber is a lot longer than the magazine, and I might end up getting rid of that gun if it doesn't group well. I'm going to try a bunch of hand loads and stuff in it and try a bunch of stuff. If I can't get it to group well, it's gone. Because I wanted my wife to have a nice 270 because it's a great caliber for a woman in Alaska. All right, now why I need that? My wife shoots my 338 Win Mag, and doesn't mind it. She likes shooting that gun. So and that's that. Chuck, are Alaskans worried about Russian interest in the Arctic? Chuck, they should be, but most people are probably too concerned with their own lives, like the rest of America. So, Alaskan Dabbers, what's up? Straight off the American AAF Live. Yeah, I stopped in there a little bit. Go check out his channel, AAF. Forgot its actual name, and I don't have my phone on me right now. But it's what is it? American Arms and Freedom or Firearms. Good guy. Go check in his shop. So the ammo in Tennessee is blessed by dueling banjos. You know that's true, Pat.
Well, as long as it's 308, that's the only thing I can find reliably right now.
Yeah. Wow. That and what, 20 gauge shotgun?
No, not even 20 gauge. I just put together, like I was talking about, my Master Blaster, and I had a few rounds of 20 gauge. There's just no bird shot of any kind. I don't care if you're talking about 410, 12 gauge, 22, it's not around. So
that's funny because that's all we have here is like cheap birdshot 12 gauge, a few duck and hunting shells, and I'm thinking about buying a few more boxes of duck and hunting shells for 12 gauge. To be honest with you, not that I really go through that many in a season because there's not a lot of ducks here, and I shoot them on the ground and not just where they're flying at the air. But yeah, I'm thinking about buying a few more boxes just to have them stocked up. I have 3 or 4 boxes already, so it's like I have what I need for next season. But what about 2 or 3 seasons from now? I could be bad at that point.
My thinking is I want to get on a little bit of a soapbox. First and foremost, most of our hoarders that I've noticed probably couldn't carry a case of ammo around the block. Let's say that it hit the fan and they had to grab 1,000 rounds and carry it around the block. They probably could not. I'm not talking bad about anybody. I'm saying, what are you going to do with it if you're not in physical shape to tote it around? And these guys are just piling it up like crazy. And then my biggest point that I would like to make is all of these resources and all this time that you're spending grabbing up all this ammo so none of us can get it. I understand a lot of these guys aren't off work, or they aren't working, or they have an unconventional work schedule and they can beat us by the time we get off work. Why spend those resources buying up all the ammo when you could be calling your reps? You could be setting up some type of march, some type of protest, some type of something, and let the government know that there are more of us than there are of them. So all of that resource and all that time, spend it on something else. It can be done more wisely. So everybody's buying up all this ammo in fear when we need to be projecting the fear in a different way.
Agreed. But I do have to say this, so I hope this doesn't rub you the wrong way, but so says the guy with 20 ammo boxes in the background of this.
Oh, no, that's been since 2012.
Yeah.
Seriously. That's been since 2012.
Yeah, me too. I know. So
back when Newtown hit, I understood there is an ebb and a flow. Okay. So this has been my last 9 years of learning that people buy up a bunch of stuff and I don't have to stop shooting. So I buy it cheap and I'll stack it deep. Right now, it is not cheap, nor is it plentiful.
No, absolutely not.
So who's buying right now? Not this guy.
Seen a never shot Ruger M77 Hawkeye Safari and 416. Is it 416 Ruger for 1,000? Good deal. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, used. I mean, on the shelf, what are they? 1,200, 1,300. That sounds about right. Yeah, 416 Ruger. What's up, James?
Yeah, all hello, right. James.
It's all about breathing. There you go. They didn't say, and I haven't asked yet. Okay, so if it's 416 Rigby, your ammo is actually going to be probably a little more common in the Rigby right now, but the 416 Ruger, it's not a bad round. So far, only round I've found I can't continuously shoot all day is a 12 gauge 3.5 inch back. There you go. AAC, what's up, gents? I'm late, but then there you go. Come on, man. Got his mouse for 1500, which is Howa 1987. Yep. 1.5 MOA at cheap, at 100 with a cheap blue bolt scope. Yeah, 1.5 MOA is not good enough for me. I throw that gun away. So I go bear hunting. I take my 45-70. There you go. Glock equals a 2x4, according to Big J. Agreed. But I shoot them better than I do Berettas and SIGs and everything else. So maybe not. Actually, my SIG 239 I shoot pretty well. I had a 239 9mm, and I got it for my ex-wife. I mean, that was a bad trade. Whatever. No, I let her keep it. So now I bought the last one in the country when they discontinued the model in 40 Smith & Wesson. And so it was like, oh well. And I still ride the slide release on that gun so bad. So beware the man with one gun. Yep. My Glock 23 suppressor host is my best shooting 40. If that's the thing. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. A Glock 23 with 185s or 180s. It's the greatest. And I have one place where I can go shoot them. And in the movies, they always have that tightrope, that choo 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 noise. My Glock 23 makes the most interesting sound in that area, and it sounds like that tightrope. All the movie sound effects. But yeah, shooting 40 is great suppressed.
Yeah. I think the PG&C would have a stronger changer in the 75B. The 75B is about the 10th chamber wall you will see on a pistol. Maybe, yeah, maybe. I think it has to do with the lockup more than the chamber size itself. All right, what's your thoughts on 10 gauge for bear medicine? If you got the rounds and can find them, there you go. So, till that gun breaks the trigger return spring. There you go. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. There. Make sure you go subscribe to Brownies, or no, not Brownies, Pat RMG, and so that is my guest tonight, Pat RMG. Not his name's not actually Mr. Tactical Lever Action. Hey, I know I told you this already, but I did download a karaoke version of the Bud Light Real Man Genius, where I can make up my own saying, my real songs. So like, yeah. I keep meaning for it to come, but it's like, I just haven't sat down. I hadn't had the inspiration. Usually when I write a song, it just comes to me, and the lyrics just come out and stuff. And I just, like, every time I try to sit down and write it, there's been no inspiration. But I do have, like, you're prepared when they take away assault rifles, because your assault rifle is from the 1890s, So, when shit really hits the fan, you're hoping it's buffalo shit. So
that's actually pretty good. That's pretty good.
The singer in the background is like, smell that tasty buffalo,
Yeah, no, that is pretty good. When it hits the fan, you hope it's buffalo.
American Ammo and Firearms. Brownies, find his link for me, American Ammo and Firearms. Put it in the chat, because he's a good guy. Everybody needs to go subscribe to him. American Ammo and Firearms. It's a pretty good guy. Cut shells for the win. Yeah, there you go. One of my M4s, I have a chainsaw on it. There you go. That will actually stop a grizzly bear. A case of 5.56 is 15 pounds or 14 pounds. There you go. Can't run with that. You got problems. Thanks, Stuart.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And those are the guys that are buying all of it. I'm not speaking bad. I'm just saying, if you're going to hoard it, be able to tote it in an emergency.
Yeah. My thing is I live in my bug out location. For me to leave my house is in a crap hits the fan situation. Crap has really had to hit the fan. And I'm talking about more of, okay, about 30 feet down and across the highway, maybe 40 feet down there, is the floodplain for the inlet of the Pacific Ocean, the arm of the Pacific Ocean that goes up into the river valley and up to the glacier, right? All right, so there's the valley there. It's flat there. That's a good 60, 70 feet vertical from the foundation of my house and my yard all the way down to that valley. I'm thinking for me to leave my house, I'm going to need a tsunami for that, and, screw whatever Russia's doing. It's Mother Nature that's going to make me get out of my house, So that's the way I see it. I mean, I live in my bug out location. This house has survived two huge earthquakes. It was built in the 1950s. This little neighborhood was. So it was, it had the Good Friday, the 1964 Good Friday earthquake here that they've revamped as a 9.1 something, looking at the data or something like that. So yeah, it survived that. All right. No, there's no cracks in the foundation either. It survived the 7.0 we had a couple of years ago, and it survived a 5.4 the other day, and that 5.4 lasted about 15 seconds. By the time my wife and I got to the doorway, it was over. She was freaking out because the 7.0, she was in a building where the ceiling came down, and standing in the doorway. And like the sprinkler system had gotten hit, and water was coming out of the sprinkler system and stuff like that. So yeah, I just think that, like, for me, bugging out is stupid. And if I do bug out, if I absolutely have to bug out, okay, because there's Russian patrol ships unloading tanks onto the flats here, which would be really hard because they're really mushy. Like, they literally would have to come up to the boat ramp on the river. And there's only two of those, and one is right across the street from my house, so that's not good. But like, in that case, if we're bugging out, I've got everything I need loaded in the four-wheeler. We're going up the four-wheeler trails along the side of the mountain, like until the thermal imaging from the A10 gets me, that's how we're bugging out. So
no, we'll bug in where I'm at. We'll bug in until we can't stay here any longer. I've got a 12-year-old that can hit a 6-inch pipe plate at 100 yards very reliably. So anyway, between him and me, we can hold down whatever we need. So I'm not running off. And I've said it many times before, where I live, this is as far as I can go. I can't run any farther. So yeah, if I'm not going to defend where I'm at, then we might as well just call it.
Yeah, and that's the way I see it. It's like, yeah, if you don't have a plan to defend your property in that situation, bugging out's not going to do you any good.
No. So we'll bug in, and if I do bug out, man, I'm not going very far.
Yeah. I mean, go far enough to get a plan to retake your house. I mean, that's about as far as you need to go, right?
Yep.
So, old school hunt. Yep. Hornady critical defense is good to mix with slugs, 9 pellets going 1,600 feet per second. Sure. Absolutely. Not for bear defense. But yeah. Not for bear defense. You don't put in buckshot for bear defense. So, yep. I have a 375 Ruger. It has a 24-inch. There you go. Just do your job. Never worry of people. They won't repeatedly get fed. They want to repeatedly get fed. They're going to stick with me. There you go. All right. Just do your job. Chew can be your inspiration. Inspiration for what? Oh, Mr. Tactical Lever Action. Actually, no, I have a phrase for that too. It's like, it's like, what is it? It's like you don't let the phonies and the fakes who think they're tactical with the lever action against the bear bother you. I was going to have a picture of Chew come up in that one. There you go.
Yeah, I'll be facing bear in May, and I just wish that I could speak to the guide. That's the thing. It's a guided hunt, and I wish I could speak to the guide and let him tell me that I'll be within 200 yards or outside of 200 yards.
Where's the hunt?
It's in Montana.
You better figure on outside of 200 yards.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm dying to take one of my levers to Montana, but I'm building a 308.
The buffalo snip is funny and classic. Put that on a FUD sticker for Clover. There we go. Oh yeah, American Ammo and Firearms channel link. Go check him out, guys.
Brownie's coming in clutch.
Oh yeah, he's always clutch. I can stack cases on my walker. There you go. Yep. I'll strap ammo to my pit bulls. There you go. And I put one
pit bull lay down and be like, nope.
Yeah, this house was made very well. The lower 48 go commie, they'll likely starve to death. Alaska's succession will only bring their army. We just pay taxes, keep the oil flowing. Yeah, and they'll starve themselves. Yeah. Alaska can't succeed alone. Like Alaska needs parts of Canada and all the way down to Texas in a loop to succeed. All right, and so that's what I'm thinking. I'll make my Ram 2500 all ammo. There you go.
I have a Ram 2500.
There you go. I have American-made Toyota. I did. So instead of that Canadian or Mexican-made Ram. Anyway.
Mine just drops the tailgate, so I can't put ammo near the tailgate.
There you go.
It's been in twice. It's been in twice for a recall, and it's been repainted once because it fell on our trailer. So I love everything about my Ram 2500, but the tailgate.
You see that dude? Is he scary? He's scary looking.
What's up, buddy? Hello.
Yeah. Sorry, he crawled over to me and started grabbing on my leg. So actually, I'm not sorry about that. So
no, never be sorry about that. I wish my youngins were that young again.
Yeah.
My oldest boy come to me yesterday and he said, "Can you help me shave my mustache?" This black, thick, illustrious mustache.
Yeah. You tell me.
And he was that big yesterday.
Who's scarier, him or Chook?
Say, Chook.
Yeah. Oh, Chook comes to the house and he'll start poking out. He'll look at him, look at me, look at him, start poking out, look like this, and then start screaming. Like he is scared of Chook, and he remembers Chook from the dinosaur video. Because before he does that, I'll go be like, "It's the dude from the dinosaur. You like the dinosaur guy, right?" And then he's like, "No," because he literally screamed. And my wife said, "That's why he's single." And I go, "What do you think, Barrett?" And he just started screaming when they watched it together. That Chook's intro.
Well, I need to come up and go salmon fishing, don't I, Barrett?
Yes, you do.
I need to go salmon fishing, Barrett.
Yeah, maybe a little caribou hunting. Saying Barrett, it's like I'm going to go first. Sorry. But no, you got a place to stay. You're always welcome. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
No need to fight when they'll kill themselves. Literally, that's all it needed is outlasting them. Agreed. I agree with that.
That's what I'm saying. Bug in, knock the people away from your house, and just hang tight.
Yeah. Oh, Training with Square Wheels has got a good point. I'm not leaving. I have booze here. There you go. Chook is a muse.
Yeah, Chook is very much a muse.
Yeah. He's done a lot for my channel. I respected him and like him, but he says some really stupid things. Oh, and here's the worst. Okay, so here you go. Say bye. Wave bye to everybody. Bye.
Bye.
There you go. By himself. Did you see it?
Bye.
Say bye.
Hey, I'll give you the ARFCOM one. Say I love you. Bye.
All right. He's getting big. Yep. Do not wish mine were that young again. They were grown and bond. Yeah. Yeah. Check it. Chook music. So here's the thing. Chook was all excited about. He had casted for him silver bullets. Okay. Adam Imus. I'm sorry. His first words will be, "Chook, is that you?" That's not true. His first words are "Mom, Mama, hey Mama." Those are his first words. And he uses Mama for everything. The wall, the dog, me, Mama, whatever. So,
that just cracks me up.
Pat is hunting Brad Bear. I don't even remember what I was going to say now. Oh, Chook, silver bullets, right? So he's been bragging about it for weeks on his live chat. Got these silver bullets, showed them off, right? And here's how he got the silver bullets. He paid, they're about $70, $75 a piece between the cost of the silver and the cost of having them cast, right? So you're talking like he has 8 of them, so he dropped in $500, right? more than that, a little bit. All right. He told the guy, he pulled a bullet from his like 158 grain, semi-jacketed soft point bullet, and he pulled that and said, "Make them like these." And he's like, but then he goes, "It's okay if they're a little smaller."
So silver's light and malleable.
Well, here's the thing. When I went to actually load them in the cartridge, you got to have 0.358 for 357. Maybe you get away with like 0.3575. Maybe in a really soft lead, you get away with 0.3585, or maybe 0.359, even in a really soft lead. These were 0.352, one direction, turning around, and they were 0.344. I could not load them in 9mm. All right. Their weights varied from 132 grain to 154 grain, modeled after 158 grain lead bullet. You would expect them to be a little bit lighter. So they were not concentric. Their front shapes were all over the place. There were several of them that the case mouth expanding, if you barely did it at all, it was too far. But if you didn't do it at all, you couldn't see the bullet. But then there were several of them that do it right down without case mouth expanding at all. It was just like, oh man, it was 3 hours of my life at the reloading bench wasted, except for one redeeming value. The one redeeming value, Chuck bought me a jar of Power Pistol and brought it to for helping him out. So, and we didn't even use Power Pistol for that. And Power Pistol's what my buddy loads my 45 Super with. So now I can load my 45 Super. So that's that. So yeah. Good idea to have a UAV. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. So don't leave, fix what we have. Dan O'Neill, it is too late for that. All right, we are on the Titanic. Are you going to fix the Titanic as it's going down? I'm sorry. Anybody says Succession, we can still fix it. We can still vote and change it. You're absolutely. I love you, Dan O'Neill, but
is the part of America you have to succeed with? Is that California?
No. So
okay.
Yeah. So if you're bugging, good to have an ATV. There you go. A nice little adorable guy there. There you go. So, all right. I have an underground bucket on my land. Cool. Yeah, I usually have an underground bucket too for the outhouse. I'm sure he meant bunker, but yeah. I feel like Chuck is going to be like the fun uncle to him. Yeah, probably. Laser cast. I think they come with some silver 10%. Use old silver solder. There you go. Small wire and small hammer. You're hurting my ears. I use pewter. Okay. Whole West Coast is F, not Cali only. Agreed. Here's the plan. We've got to put pressure on Texas to start the secession movement. And in their bill for secession, it has to say Texas and any state or county contiguous to Texas or contiguous to a county or state that has gone with Texas. And I'm gonna tell you, Texas through North Dakota would succeed. 100% gone tomorrow. Okay. All right. And then after that, okay, Alberta would succeed from Canada because they love their guns there. All right. And then from there, Alberta and Idaho and probably maybe not Colorado, but Wyoming would definitely succeed. Montana would. Tennessee, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, gone. Florida right now would probably be gone. Kentucky, southern half of Illinois, most of Indiana, most of Ohio would be gone. So we own this middle part of the country, right? All the way from Texas through Alberta to Northwest Territories to Alaska. We would own all of that, right? And yeah, so yeah, just don't. I'll do it if nobody else wants to do it. Yeah, but I'm down with that. Yeah, totally down with that. Because, I mean, you can't fix the Titanic while you're sinking. The time to fortify the Titanic against an iceberg was when you were building it. Okay? You can't fortify it against the Titanic. You can't fix the hull while it's sinking. Okay? We're $30 trillion in debt. Okay? We, don't have any constitutional freedoms anymore. Yeah, and it's still better in a lot of places. But still, it is what it is. So, yeah. So, Ghost, I didn't get a chance to check out your chat today. How did that go? Did it go well? All right. Yeah, make sure you subscribe to Ghost too if you haven't already. Mr. Air Guitarist himself, AR Air Guitar. So that would split their manifest destiny. Yes, it would. All right. Divide, then take it back. Yeah, and that's a good point because once we split away, they will fall 100%, and they're gonna need us for and that's the one thing is you don't have to succeed completely. Two different countries don't talk to each other anymore. Put up a wall. You can put up boundaries and borders and require a passport, but you can still have like a trade zone where they use our money because the U.S. dollar is crap anymore. But they could use our money that we develop and have a trade zone. You could have a mutual defense pact. All right, you could have all that kind of stuff. Like you wouldn't have to need, wouldn't have to be all that. So Chuck Norris could be our leader. Chat was fantastic. Cool. All right, Texas could exit pretty easily. Yeah, exactly. And you guys in Texas need to be pushing that, okay? Because you need to be pushing that. And I don't care what China's doing to Taiwan or Russia is ready to invade the Ukraine right now. Okay, the U.S. couldn't do anything about those anyway. We couldn't afford to fight that war, okay? If we had to fight both of those at the same time, we would be bankrupt. Absolutely bankrupt, okay? So will be a fight because most of the others need us too badly. Exactly. Well, if they need us too badly, they need that. Well, yeah, our Constitution was designed to go against a big, powerful government, not let's lie in. So there you go. I said, Ukraine, beautiful women there. Yeah, there you go. Seems like World War III is inevitable at this point. Yeah, maybe. Bro, they sold all land in conservative states. They didn't sell their shit in NY and Cali. Yeah, maybe. So I'm down for a firefight with our country. Yeah. Well, we don't really have a country anymore. That's the problem. So yeah, thank you, Brownies. Make sure you go subscribe to Ghost and Clover and everybody else is in here, Mr. FNH and is it Just a Tool? And they blatantly cheat and nobody cares. We can't do anything. We simply do not have the numbers to stand or fight or change things. That's true. Like Trump let in so many legal immigrants that voted left. There's not going to be, like, the math is not there. You're not going to have another conservative president unless you can actually convince a good 15 or 20% of the left to become middle to right. You're not going to do it unless you can convince 15 or 20% of the people to become middle or right. You're not going to do it. All right. People don't get convinced by arguments. They get convinced by circumstances. That's the way it is. Nobody in Germany ever wants to be a Nazi again. Okay? They don't want the Weimar Republic again, which was pretty socialist in and of itself. Bankrupt the system. So, they don't want a Kaiser again, who bankrupted them in World War I. So, all right. There we go. States have a dependency on the Federal Reserve. That private banking operation would allow them to succeed. That's true, but that's the thing. The Federal Reserve is not constitutional. It's not something we need to have. And they have a dependency on it, but they only have to create their own currency. I mean, it is what it is. So, thank you, Brownies. Let Clover tack in. Top 3 fair games are ring toss, shooting gallery, and your buddy's ex. All right. The left is turned straight commie. There you go. What's up, Double B? All the way from South Florida. Yeah. I can tell you coming from a blue state, there will be a lot of people going red after the pandemic restrictions this year. Yeah, why didn't that happen last year? It's crazy.
Nope. I don't see it.
I don't see it happening. I hope you're right, but I think you're wrong. Anyone into Blackwater Revolvers? I'm not. Are you, Pat?
I have a couple, and when I shoot them, it's for amusement. And then I get frustrated. I clean them and I put them up for a little while, and then I'm like, let's try this thing again. And then I don't know if I'm satisfied or disappointed. But anyway, yeah, black powder revolvers are fun, but by the time you get through all the misfires and load, reload, and like the one when I first got it, I said, well, this is a learning curve. So I got to 24 rounds. That's 4 loadings, okay? 24 rounds. And it was so junked up that it wouldn't function. And I had to take it home and clean it before I could try to learn it more. It's this insane cycle of frustration and glee that somehow doesn't balance out.
So Eric Johnson here, you support Trump 2024. I didn't support Trump in 2020. He spent $8.5 trillion in new debt. He's not a conservative. He pushed for red flag laws. He circumvented the Constitution. Is he better than Biden? Yes, he's better than Biden. All right. In the same way that eating a turd is better than eating diarrhea. But, I don't know. I don't support him. And Adam Hymas has the best response to this. I hope in 4 years we can come up with someone better than Trump. We've had someone better than Trump all along. Rand Paul, Thomas Massey. I wish the two of them, I begged Rand Paul. I sent him emails and letters to run on top of the libertarian ticket. All right. Now you look at the places where Trump was, lost by 1 or 2%. The Libertarian Party had 2 or 3%. And that's because the center people know that Trump was still a leftist. All right. Remember when he said, I'll run as a Republican because Republicans are stupid? You remember that? Yeah. And people are still worshiping him. I don't know. Did you see my Instagram post a few hours ago?
Yeah, I saw your post a little while back.
Yeah. And I understand voting for Trump to not get in Biden. I understand that. Okay. But that's what I've done my whole life, and we've gotten shit my whole life, So I'm at the point where I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to write in who I think should win. And if people don't agree with me, that's fine. Okay. If people think I'm wasting my vote, that's fine. No, you wasted your vote on 4 years of Trump, who got you $8.5 trillion in debt. Yeah, he's better than Biden. He's better on the oil and the economy and stuff than Biden. He's not better on government financial stuff. All right. Although he might be, Biden's well on his way to being more in 4 years than 8.5 trillion. So more center left to gun sales. Yeah, most of the people coming into Cabela's had not been before, not had a gun, and wanted one. So yeah, hell no. Yeah, we need way better. And I'm telling you, the right person. I'm hoping that Trump opened up for Rand Paul. But again, it's a numbers game. And if people stay where they're at, if people stay where they're at ideologically in this country, the people, not, the politicians, we'll never have a Republican labeled as president again. We'll be like England, where the Conservative Party is more liberal than they are than ours here. It's here, so it is what it is. Yep. Tired of working for others. Agreed. All right. I'm only into black power on account of major white powder guilt. That's a good one.
Oh God. You
Trump's
better put a
number one.
percussion cap on that one.
Yeah, that might be a good Instagram meme. Thank you, train with square wheels.
That one
Trump.
needs, what is that? I've got it over there on the shelf. The Thompson Center boar butter. That one needs a little boar butter to go down.
Trump's number one mistake was making the swamp work for him. Absolutely. He says he's going to clean the swamp, and instead he tried to, make it compromise the swamp. He should have just fired just about everybody. It's his prerogative. Paper cartridges are worth it for Blackwater Revolvers, but a painted clean. There you go. He conned the right. Yes, better than Hill. Yeah. He conned the right. Gotcha. The cleaning seems like nightmares on Blackwater. Thanks. Yeah, it is. Yeah, and he's too old.
It was counterintuitive with black powder to use water as a cleaner. That, as corrosive as black powder is, using water was the worst thing in my head to work around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Europe is in the same scenario. A good scenario for us is the refugees that escaped the collapsing EU come to America and will likely be anti-commie. That can buy us some time, hopefully. Yeah, you're talking about we need 20 to 40 million anti-commie EU people. Yeah, I don't see it happening. Yeah, that is hopeful. It'd be nice. 45 Colt revolver is a good secondary. There you go. Hope for the best, prayer for the worst. Agree. Recon, we are not a superpower with the Democrats running the show. The communists play on our politics and economic weakness. Agreed. Oh, we're not a superpower right now. Dumb, sleepy Joe. Let's vote for Putin and get rid of the swamp. Putin is a KGB communist still. Like he like the same people that were running Russia during the last years of Gorbachev are running Russia now. Like, Putin is a communist still. So there you go. Yeah. Biden will be 86 at the end of his second term in office if reelected. Yeah, that's true.
Could you imagine those speeches?
I don't think there will be any.
No, get used to saying President Harris. That's the stance I'll take.
Yeah, I heard that. After 2020, I'm just for my dog.
Did you see what we were asking him in the press conference if he had set up a re-election campaign for 2024?
I did not see that. No,
I didn't. When that reporter asked, "Are you trying to set up a re-election campaign for 2024?" and I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, they're either super oblivious or they are a super troll.
One of the two. Yeah.
Yep.
People leaving blue states going to screw red states. Yeah, part of the problem.
I've got a family member that moved to Texas, and I'm like, don't vote, please. Just normally I wouldn't ask you not to vote, but just don't mess up the state of Texas.
Poor butter makes the medicine go brown. I fear this country will collapse within the future. Oh, yeah. And Trump made it 8.5 trillion reasons closer to collapsing. Harris is an abomination. Agreed. Yeah, like none of them are good. Okay. He said that when he got into the Senate 120 years ago. Oh.
The country was still very divided by the Civil War, even after so many years when I come into the Senate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm just waiting for something that stupid to come out.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. He's an idiot. So, but, whatever. So, all right. Well, it's been about an hour. So, good chat tonight with everybody. Think YouTube will ever go so woke it will nuke Firearms Channel? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Someday soon. Biden is the swamp. Yeah, that's probably true too. Let's At least he has the old man nose hairs for it, right? I'm sorry, that was too gross. Yeah. So anyway, I'm let's see what we got here. Shaking up the machine and firing federal workers is what the Fed does anyway. Trump created a shitstorm of feelings about the righteous indignation of Congress. Yeah, is what it is. Bro friend of mine just sent a letter to Putin to do the same as Czech Republic and allow Second Amendment in Russia in specific zones of hunting grounds. Yeah. Good luck. Yeah. Yeah, I had somebody post on my comment that the Russians, like, their police don't even care if they have guns, really, especially out in the country, and that they dig up all the old World War II battle rifles and submachine guns and fix them up and get parts from different ones until they have a working gun and find the ammo, make the ammo somehow. Because he said that they had unloaded on two guys that unloaded on brown bears with a submachine gun, both of them hitting. They found over 80 rounds in the brown bear and it still ate both of them. That's what he said on my channel. And I'm like, okay, that's great. Probably didn't hit them very well. Submachine gun round, so it's probably 9mm or less in power. It's probably not a bonded hard cast flat nose bullet. Just saying. Anyway, so tomorrow we have 270 versus 30-06 on my channel. So what's coming out on your channel, Pat?
Well, I have got that magical 20 gauge Master Blaster 59,000, which is just going to be this. I don't know. I want to try to make it as funny as I can. I have got more from that little Voodoo. I've got that Voodoo Gunworks V22. Got a hog hunt coming up, so I will be blasting hogs in the Georgia swamp. ARFCOM, I have got some Mantis X stuff coming. I have got that's a Liberty Bell Freedom Rifle right there behind me. I've got that coming up on ARFCOM. Just a dang plethora of everything. I just need to get in front of a camera.
Mm-hmm. Will bullets copper plate the barrel? If you're using all copper bullets, there'll be copper in there, but not to the point where you actually have copper sticking to the inside, that you can't clean out. So no, bullets do not actually copper plate the barrel. But yes, you do need to clean it out. So, hello, Deck One. Hello, yeah, all right, yep. So we're actually ending the chat, but this came up and recommended for me. Cool. So we're a firearms channel and just talk about stuff and a new video every Wednesday. So if you're into that kind of thing, join us. So still thinking on how to shoot 7mm sabot for the M855. Let me know when you figure it out and send me some 7mm sabots for the M855. I would love to do that. I can pull some M855 bullets and see. So, hog hunting, I thought what you had planned. Guns you taken. What guns you taking?
4570. I'm taking the Henry X 4570.
All right, sweet, Dex. Thank you. Appreciate it. And sub to my good man here, Pat Real Man of Genius, or Pat RMG. So, sub to him. They look good, and I don't like them. Okay. Try bismuth 10 and zinc bullets. Go lead free. Grow crystals to sell. Yeah. All right. Otter, thanks, man. Or Otter. How do I say that name? Otter. Yeah. Gonna start hunting with my dad in August. Sweet. There you go, man. All right. So, all right, guys. If we can help you with anything, hit us up on Instagram or Patreon or Facebook. Or subscribe to Star or MeWe. I'm on all that stuff. Oh, the shirts came in. So the Alaskan shirt, just come try your infringement. They're a little bit printed slightly off center when you view them. They're like half an inch off center. It bothers me, but it's not enough. I'm not worried about it. I won't use custom ink again. But there you go. The shirts came in. Darren, did you get yours? Hopefully you got yours. So yeah, but Brownie's just put a link in the chat for you to go subscribe. I've got a ton of videos, Dex. So go watch videos on my stuff. So so does Pat. He does more of the gun reviews and the shooting, and I do more of the ammunition reviews and redneck sciencing that out. So there you go. Just come. Yeah, I'm a Southern boy at heart. Y'all just come up on here and try your infringements. That's what what I'm from Georgia, so originally. So y'all just come try. I was gonna put y'all in front of it, but it is what it is. So that's that. All right, you're from Sweden. It's cool. Do you hunt with the 6.5 by 55 Swiss? Swede? Yeah, Swede. It's a Swedish round, right? Yeah. So anyway, so y'all just come try your infringements. That's what we got to say to everybody. From my Cold Dead fans, God bless. Take care. We will see y'all at the range.